Red Hood versus Winter Soldier. Who will win? Stay tuned to find out. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm here today with a new versus video. This week it's Red Hood versus Winter Soldier. Will the fight go to Jason Todd, the former Robin turned killing machine, or Bucky Barnes, the unstoppable weapon of the KGB with the powerful robotic arm? This may be the closest matchup to date since the two combatants are quite similar. So make sure to represent your pick in the comments section with hashtag Red Hood or hashtag Winter Soldier. I'm Rob Mackenzie LaFergie and this is Versus. Now for this fight I'll be using New 52 Jason Todd because I just think he's a better character, and both competitors are fine with killing each other. The fight will be between the pair in an abandoned warehouse with no prep time and no previous knowledge of the other. Let's rumble. In the bright red mask we have Red Hood. Jason Todd was the second Robin, following after Dick Grayson as Batman's sidekick. After being killed by the Joker, he's resurrected with the Lazarus Pit by Talia and Ra's al Ghul. Is it Raz or Raish? Everyone says it differently. Following his resurrection, he went on to receive training from the warrior monks at All Cast, becoming a skilled assassin. With a variety of weapons and gadgets at his disposal, Jason fights crime in a distinctly violent way as Red Hood, often using tactics that Batman would disapprove of, to say the least. Jason Todd is proficient with a variety of fighting styles and gadgets, due to his training from both Bruce and the All Cast monks. In New 52, Jason gains a set of magical cast blades from the monks, adding yet another deadly weapon to his arsenal. Red Hood can be a bit of a hothead, sometimes going into situations without properly assessing the situation or learning about his target. While this is normally a weakness, in this fight it would actually work to his advantage, as it makes him more used to fighting blind, while Bucky has grown somewhat dependent on his briefings from KGB and Hydra. Red Hood's greatest weakness is his emotional instability, namely his rage. He has been known to let his anger cloud his judgment, and in a life or death situation against a highly trained fighter, a moment of distraction could be the difference between life and death. And in the dark combat armor we have Winter Soldier. James Buchanan Barnes, or Bucky, was a friend of Steve Rogers and later fought with him in World War II when Steve had become Captain America. After being assumed dead in the same explosion that caused Cap to become frozen, Bucky was found and revived by the Russian General Vasily Karpov. He was then brainwashed and trained to become a dangerous killing machine, given a cybernetic arm and trained by the KGB. Winter Soldier is highly trained both by Captain America himself and the Russian government. He's been trained in both covert ops and combat, highly capable with a variety of weapons. Having participated in a huge number of operations, he has vast experience in many situations, using anything from his incredibly precise marksmanship to his well-honed combat abilities. To add to his arsenal, his cybernetic arm is very strong and useful in fights, and can also discharge electricity and even emit an EMP to take down nearby electronics. Winter Soldier is an excellent assassin, able to use intel on the subject and his training to accomplish his goals quickly and cleanly. This does, however, bring about something of a weakness for Bucky. He depends rather heavily on knowing a lot about his target and exploiting the weaknesses. In a fight like this where he doesn't know the target, he may be slightly less capable of neutralizing the threat. That said, he has proven himself often to be able to deal with new threats as they come, so it's likely it wouldn't be a big issue. So, now we know our competitors. The question remains, who will win? Our answer? Winter Soldier. With two fighters who are so similar in so many ways, it's a tough call. In the end, the question comes down to two T's: tech and temperament. Both Jason and Bucky are incredible marksmen, but while it's possible that one would just win with a good gunshot, that doesn't make for an exciting fight, so in this case I'll just say nobody got shot. Besides, since they have no knowledge of each other, they would likely assume they have better combat skills and would attempt to end the fight in that way. The two fighters are similar in many ways. They both have a wide range of experiences fighting a variety of opponents of different ability, and are both highly trained in combat with weapons and without. But while Jason has an advantage in being more practiced and acting without intel, this is outshined by Bucky's advantages. First, in a long fight where Jason finds himself surprisingly matched, his rage would likely become a factor, potentially causing him to lose focus and make mistakes. Second, and most importantly, Bucky's arm would be a huge factor in the fight. Not only would it be incredibly effective in combat, but the electrical discharge could do serious damage to Jason, and the EMP could take care of a number of Jason's technologies. A properly timed EMP at a time where Jason's depending on an electronic gadget or device could prove to be the determining factor. And even if the EMP itself didn't win the fight, it's safe to say that it would piss Red Hood right off and cause him to be overly aggressive and distracted. With his powerful arm and cooler demeanor, Winter Soldier gets the win. What do you think? Do I put too much stock in Bucky's arm? Am I underestimating Red Hood's other gadgets? Let me know who you think would win in the comments with hashtag Red Hood or hashtag Winter Soldier. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let us know who you'd like to see battle it out in the next video. Until next time, I'm Rob McKenzie LaFurgey with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.